this early on? Jeez.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Also, what the fuck is... Hey guys, welcome back to A Bunch of Nerds podcast, where we're a bunch of nerds talking about a bunch of nerdy shit. I am Jeff. With me, I have Jalen and John. Say hi, guys.
Yo.
Hello, hello.
Before we get started, make sure to go over to our social medias and like this channel at Squirrely TV on all social media platforms. It's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, me and Jeff had an attempt.
Yeah, we'll get into that, or the subject matter of that attempted breaking news. Yeah, I had a whole entire marketing plan. I was like, oh, this is going to be our news segment, Nerdy News. And we're going to do, like, top of the line, like, right there. When the story breaks, we're going to talk about it. And then technical difficulties happen. Yeah, Zoom is not my friend right now. And John's camera is not my friend.
I don't even know why
You got to tell because we were just FaceTiming just personally, and your camera did the same thing.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's on my iPad. My phone doesn't do that.
Yeah, you need to tell your iPad to chill.
I know.
That was terrifying.
I was trying to go into my camera, like my settings, and see if like it has like a roaming or whatever that is, and I did not find it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But we'll talk about a little bit of what we talked about in that attempted episode on this one. This is a jam-packed episode for you guys. Since we've been away, a lot of stuff has happened. Star Wars Celebration was last weekend in Japan, right?
So was
Yes.
Hayden Christensen's birthday, actually.
Oh,
It was over the same weekend.
was that on purpose? Do we know?
I don't know.
Probably.
But I know the crowd sang happy birthday to him.
That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they chose Japan, but it was in Japan, and it was they broke a lot of news and a lot of stuff, and we're gonna talk about that at the end of this episode, or maybe in the beginning. Who knows how long this episode's gonna take? Like I said, we got a lot of stuff. But before we get to Star Wars, let's pivot to Marvel and let's talk about the Daredevil Born Again series. It gave us a chance to watch it as a whole, because ever since watching The Acolyte, I choose not to review shows in the middle of while the show is going on.
For good reason.
For good reason. Because if you told me in the first 3 episodes or 4 episodes of Acolyte, I would have said, yo, Star Wars is back, man. This is what we needed, a film with the lightsaber fights and mystery. And by the end of it, the mystery was really, really lackluster, and that was like the only good lightsaber fight that we got in the whole entire series. And it was just kind of a mess at the end. And so now I make sure, and I talked to them about it. We all agreed that we watch a show as a whole, well, except for John. We watch the show as a whole, and then we kind of give our thoughts about it at the end. You guys can see I put my notes up on the screen, what I thought about it. Daredevil Born Again, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, mainly because of the stuff that went on behind the scenes as a whole.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
So, like I said, if I would have graded this episode by episode, the first episode, I would have been like, yo, this is amazing. We're back. I was locked in so John, John didn't watch the whole series. John, you're up to episode 4, or the one, the trial.
3. Yeah, episode 3 is like ending. He just got like ruled not guilty.
And he's referring to the White Tiger.
Yeah.
But so John, you watch the first episode. So you get that vibe of the Netflix show right away. They're all happy and go lucky, and then they did something that I love to see with like people's powers. Like I know Raimi did it with Spider-Man, how like the pan zoom or his spider sense, and for this they use his the devil sense. I don't know.
Yeah, that reverse dolly zoom.
And they changed the format of the. This is a very technical movie nerd thing, but they went from widescreen to full screen to when they showed his power, using his power, and I was like, oh.
The aspect ratio.
Yeah, aspect ratio. And I was like, oh, we're fucking locked in, baby. We're going. And then
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. We already know they turned out the most observant person when it comes to stuff. But then like episode 2 kind of died down the pressure a little bit, and then it kind of got into more of an episodic show, which I'm not a huge fan of. It was still overarching themes throughout the show, but like in those episodes, it was individualized. And then episode 8 and 9, it kind of ramped back up again. They came back to the whole Foggy storyline, and then I learned that this was supposed to be a whole different show.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
and that's why I gave it a 7.5 because we haven't really seen the whole entire show because they split. So the original concept for this show was Daredevil Born Again was going to be like a regular network TV show. How most network television shows have like 22 episodes in one season.
This was initially supposed to be 18.
It's supposed to be 18 episodes in
Yeah.
one season, and then for some reason they did an overhaul. I don't know if anybody left the
Oh yeah,
creative
they fired
team.
a
They did.
bunch of people.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Foggy is the guy who died in episode 1.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
John also didn't watch the Netflix series.
Spoilers for anybody who didn't.
Oh
watch
yeah,
it,
we
but
should
yes.
always off the top. This is always going to be a spoiler. We're not tailoring anything to you. We don't care about your feelings. We're going to
fair.
spoil everything for you. So I'm sorry if you didn't know that, but it's also been like what
Yes.
3 weeks since it
Yeah.
aired. Come on now, get a life. Yes, Foggy is the guy. Foggy was like that upset me a lot because you know why? It's the same shit that happened with I remember what was it? Fast and Furious 4. They had a marketing where they had the whole thing was about the Fast and Furious 4. They're bringing the OGs back. Vin Diesel's coming back for that one. Michelle Rodriguez and all that stuff. And they had Michelle Rodriguez do press.
Oh,
this,
and then she
dies in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Foggy. He was doing press for the show. Him and Karen both.
Yeah.
I don't know their real names. But didn't even make it 5 minutes. I don't think.
Same thing happened with Channing Tatum and G.I. Joe with the second.
The
G.I.
second
Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Did he do marketing for that?
He did
too?
marketing for that. Yeah, and he was all over the trailer and everything.
It's
Yeah.
sneaky. It's sneaky from the execs. I think in the studio, they're like, we know you like this character. We're gonna.
Well, I don't need to go on my tangent about G.I. Joe, but
You have a tangent about G.I. Joe.
I do. It pissed me off. I was like 13 years old, mad as fuck.
Oh God.
Hey,
Anyway.
Channing Tatum was hot shit back then.
No,
He
he
was,
was.
yeah.
He was a hot commodity for
Yeah.
sure. God, allergies. My eyes are watering up.
Don't get sad about it, man. Like,
No, I did. I was honestly, I was getting teared up a little bit, and then you see in the first episode, it's all happened in the first episode. Like you see Matt cross that line, and that's like a whole reason why he didn't want to become Daredevil again. But he did put that suit back on pretty quick, if you ask me.
He did.
Where
He
does he
struggled
keep
with
it?
it. Yeah,
And like
that is a good question. It's on the top of a roof.
Yeah,
in
it's
a-
like he goes into his bedroom, and then like he goes, like a staircase to the roof, and there's like an extra storage unit where it has like all his costumes in it.
because my understanding, he stopped being Daredevil, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it
after,
wasn't.
after Foggy passed.
Well, yeah, you didn't get that episode yet because once Hector Ayala's niece, she starts picking up like the torch because he knew that Hector was trying to like do. Basically, Hector was on to Muse. Like he knew there was a murderer in town. He was trying to hunt him down, and then, long story short, they shoot and kill Hector Ayala. Cold blooded. I don't know if you got that far.
I think I need
No,
no.
that's the very next episode.
No.
I thought it was the end of the one where
feel-
he's on the trial.
I feel like I didn't finish it yet.
Oh fuck!
It's okay. I don't care.
You don't care about your feelings here.
But I'm also like, I only watched 3 episodes. The way you guys are talking, I feel like I need to go back and watch them again. So was there a time jump between episode 1 and episode 2?
Yeah, a year.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, you thought he was just over his friend's death like that?
I didn't know why he stopped being Daredevil.
So-
I was just like, wait, I'm so confused now.
So Daredevil's very much like Batman. He doesn't like to cross the line of killing, and so
Okay.
him attempting to murder Bullseye is like, he's also super Catholic.
Yeah.
And like, so he's
Daredevil.
like, Daredevil is super
Okay.
Catholic. It's like,
Okay.
I don't know if they ever say it in the show, but that's part of like being an art form.
well, he was standing in like front of the church and stuff, like listening to the.
Yeah, but he didn't go in. I think it's
Right.
also that goes back to the Netflix show where his priest get Bullseye killed his priest.
Yeah.
Like his
So is Bullseye like his nemesis? Like his.
Kingpin is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bullseye's a nemesis.
Well, Kingpin is probably his nemesis in the sense of like
Arch nemesis.
his like Lex Luthor type
yeah,
nemesis.
yeah.
But like then you have like his actual fighting nemesis, like the guy who actually like
Yeah.
actually has to like throw hands with.
Wasn't he like a foot soldier for Bullseye was like a foot soldier for Kingpin in season 3, right? He was like doing his bidding.
Yes.
Yeah, because he dressed up as Daredevil to fake
But-
people out.
In this Born Again,
Mhm.
you realize it's not so much Kingpin.
Yeah, that is true. That was a great take. John, God, you need to fucking watch.
Spoil it. It's okay. I don't care.
Well, that's what gets me back to. So that's what I'm saying. Like episode 1, 8, and 9, the stories tying together, and I wanted to see that more. So in episode 8, you find out that why Bullseye did the whole massacre, and it was basically because
the massacre that he doesn't know what we're talking about.
He watched season 1. So the reason that Bullseye killed Foggy's witness, you with me, is because Kingpin's wife. So Foggy's witness was onto Kingpin's wife's operation. Basically, a long story short, they're working out of a free port, which basically means it's illegal to do anything you want. It's a free port. You're not really hounded down by American law. And so that's where they do all their drugs and all the smuggling for her art and all that stuff. And so Foggy's CI or Foggy's informant, whatever, was onto them, and he was going to expose the whole entire thing. Okay. And so because Kingpin, I think, was still in jail at this time, or out.
No, he was doing that whole echo.
Shit. Okay, so he was
yeah.
getting his eyes shot out by fucking all other bullshit. But he was away, and so
he was in California for whatever reason.
Yeah. So
wasn't Kingpin in Hawkeye?
Yeah.
For a scene or two.
Yeah. So like during that while he was in
like that was the end of the show.
Yeah.
They built him up and
did nothing.
Never really went anywhere. And then he was an Echo. And
and the Echoes kind of really gave him another like reason to be back. But
I haven't watched Echo.
You're not missing much here.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just kind of there.
So I don't need to waste my time.
Daredevil was in that for all of 5 minutes too.
Oh, okay.
Dude. Another marketing thing that pissed me off, that like the whole scene that he was marketing was like that was the scene. But anyways,
that's why I didn't like She-Hulk. They did the same thing. They're like, Daredevil's gonna be in the show.
That's why you didn't like She-Hulk.
I watched She-Hulk thinking I was gonna get more Daredevil.
That's fair.
He started doing the walk of shame, and I was like, "Oh,
he beats her in trial, and then fucks her.
Yeah, I'm like,
and then like literally carrying his boots in his arm with the devil.
Hey, how's it going? Like you're in full costume and you're just walking down the street doing the walk of shame. That's crazy,
dude. Matt Murdock pulls. He has so many bitches, bro.
He does.
He does. In the comics, isn't he like a total whore?
Yeah, people say he's like the horniest hero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pun intended, because of devil horns. If you didn't understand. Okay, but long story short, she basically had a hit because she hired Bullseye out of jail, got him free out of jail to specifically kill the witness and Foggy, and so they find that out, and then
Kingpin's wife isn't exactly innocent.
No.
Gotcha.
Oh God, no.
Okay,
see,
she's full in it.
The way they set it up in the Netflix series is that she's so on board with Wilson doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
she doesn't do it herself.
Exactly. And she keeps her hands clean of his operation.
Yeah.
Stays out of the picture.
Is it kind of like a Tony Soprano kind of?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
More or less. But then we find out that in reality, she's just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like everyone was happy, and like it was like time of like the gang that she was in, Paul, like they were prosperous with Kingpin out. Like I think he said that they were making more money with him and like him out of the picture with her being the head of charge. And that was like a whole thing too. Oh, that was a fun little time where like, do you think that she's sending an assassin to kill Kingpin? And then he turns around and just like, while he's eating dinner, just the guy shoots him in the back of the head. He was like, tell Vanessa I'll be back, or like whatever the fuck he's. Oh, great.
Ask Vanessa if she wants any.
Oh, that's what it was.
Like, any food.
What I find funny about them is that they're supposed to be like mastermind criminals. He's mayor of New York right now.
Yeah.
And they're in marriage counseling.
That was a funny thing too. That I don't know if that must have been a reshoot too, because
it was 100%.
They all felt. I think Vanessa wasn't in this show at all. The original.
She wasn't actually. She was, but they were going to recast her.
Really?
Yeah, they quite literally had somebody else that was going to be Vanessa, and I don't know how that they were going to explain it. So glad that they didn't go this route, but she was going to be recast. And Foggy and Karen weren't even going to be in the show.
I got that feeling from the first and the last episode.
Foggy was in there for like 6 minutes. So
yeah,
Frank was supposed to have a bigger role.
Oh yeah, we should talk about Frank too. That's another thing that
we should talk
also
about Frank.
marketing, and he did not. And that episode,
But that's the thing. John Bernthal told him no. He wanted no part of it.
Oh, really?
Until they went back and did the reshoots.
Fair enough.
Oh, so he didn't like how it was originally. Gotcha.
He said he didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Damn.
And then once they did the creative overhaul,
he took playing Punisher very seriously.
Still does.
Yeah, he does.
Well, did you ever hear him talk about it when he was in a comic book store buying the Punisher comics.
Oh, the guy told him what to read.
Yeah, he was like, I know who you are. You better not fuck this up.
Right. This is what you gotta do. You gotta read this one, and this one, and this one. Like, don't fuck
But
this
he
up.
does a damn good job.
I wish we are getting another. I don't know if he's gonna be in season 2, but we are getting a special presentation.
He will be in season
where
2.
it's just Punisher.
Yes.
So it's basically gonna be like a little short film with just a Punisher story.
Kind of like the Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they kind of just letting? So the way I understand it is like they're taking the 2 best aspects of those Netflix shows, which was Daredevil and Punisher, and just continuing those and just leaving Luke Cage and Jennifer Jones.
Not
They were supposed to be in it.
I think that's a season 2 thing because they set it up so much. Like at the end, Daredevil finds out the plan, and he goes to like the free port where they're at, and then carries with him. He was like, "Dude, if you go out there, you're already hurt. You're gonna get your dude." That final fight scene with Daredevil and Punisher.
Dude.
Oh, they fought.
They fought side by side.
Oh, okay.
And Daredevil was like beating people up, and he's like, "Frank, stop murdering people." And he was like, at the end, he like had one person left, and he was like, you just hear in the back, "Finish him, Red." Finish him. And he's like, no. He's like, what about this guy? Pop! Just shoots a random guy on the floor. I was like, oh, Frank, you bastard.
Can we talk about how perfect that was? I mean, we went from Netflix, and it would be like it was not for kids.
Yeah. Oh, this one's definitely not for kids.
But yeah, and then you'd think that they would Disneyfy it.
They did not at whatsoever.
I feel like
all.
Disney's. I'll give them this. They're doing better at not Disneyfying everything.
Yeah,
Yes, they're keeping the things that are meant for adults, for like Deadpool, Wolverine. That's still it was kind of a little bit watered down, but it's still rated R, Deadpool humor, all that stuff. But yeah, no, they go to the free. He goes to the free port and says, Karen's like, dude, you go down there, you're gonna die. He was like, all right, you're right. I need an army. And then it's like this whole crescendo in music, like, oh, they're gonna bring in the Defenders for sure. I don't know about Iron Fist. I think Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. You have to. She was the other successful Netflix show.
Yeah, the only other show that got 3 seasons.
I feel like for season 2 they should bring back Daredevil and Punisher. Of course, you got to bring in Hector Ayala's niece as White Tiger because she's the most. I read that she's the most popular iteration of that character. Is the female? Yeah.
Isn't she? I knew that name sounded familiar. White Tiger. She was on the. I didn't read comics like that, but like,
Same.
She was on that Spider-Man animated show, right?
Oh yeah, Amazing Friends. Yeah, or not Amazing Friends, but like
it's Amazing.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. It was Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and then the White Tiger.
Yeah.
They were all like young, but I think she's the only person who was meant to be young. Like Luke Cage and Iron Fist were like adults.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Bring back her and then Jessica Jones, maybe Luke Cage, and you got to probably bring in Echo, right? Like, why would you not? She's in the street level, like
You're not wrong.
and make her some kind of relevance to the storyline.
She's a very interesting character in the comic books. They just made her so boring. So boring.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens in that show other than Wilson Fisk gets an eye that he can read sign language.
Yeah, that show was just very.
That's the only.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
So
eye
he gets his eye shot out in Hawkeye by Echo, and then he gets some technology marvel has a fake eye that can read her sign language and translate it to English.
Yeah, because Echo is deaf.
Okay.
And an amputee.
And an amputee, which
props for them for actually getting an actress who is deaf, Indian, and an amputee.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Because the comic book character is all that thing. So they found like a person who is
That's
Native American heritage, who's deaf, and has
like feather Indian, not like dot
yes,
Indian?
yeah,
Okay,
Native
gotcha.
American. Jesus Christ, okay. Indigenous people of America.
Okay.
wow. In the big 2025.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you said Indian. I automatically thought dot Indian. So I was
God bless. Can we not be? Overall, Daredevil, it's good, but it's not the second season. I think second season is going to be way more of what I thought it was going to be. Also, real last talk. The CGI was dog shit.
Especially in the first episode.
in Daredevil.
Yeah, you saw the first episode, right? Him swinging from the buildings.
Oh yeah.
That looked horrible.
Yeah.
It didn't look great. Am I glad it's there? Yes. Because we didn't get a lot of that in the
Him
Netflix
swinging
show.
around. That's true. but it just looked it looked comic booky, but in a bad way.
Was he born with his powers?
No.
Okay.
God damn, watch Netflix.
Go watch the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh my God, don't watch.
I don't want to torture myself.
No,
bro.
I actually rewatched that, and it's
the only reason I'd watch that is for Jennifer Garner's Elektra.
in my head. I only remember it being bad because of the playground scene. It's kind of just it's bad all around. Not bad. It's just not fun.
Isn't
I recently went back and watched the director's cut, and they change up how certain scenes play out.
I know watch the director's cut.
It's a very different movie.
Is it better?
No,
it's just different.
It's just different. No.
Elektra's his main love interest, right?
Yeah, you could say that, but we also said that Daredevil's a whore. Like
he sleeps. Like, I'm pretty sure
Yes.
She-Hulk's their love interest in the comics. Like they have a thing for like a series of issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, She-Hulk also slept with Tony Stark.
Oh shit.
Well, Tony
Actually-
Stark's a whore too. Is She-Hulk a whore?
No, I was gonna say it was Gamora. Yeah.
Oh.
Gamora was sleeping.
Oh, I was
with
gonna say
Tony
She-Hulk
Stark,
slept with Gamora.
but No, as far as I
That's
know.
green on green action.
I know, right?
Get it, bro.
No.
I don't like broccoli, but
No, I'm thinking that it's Gamora. I think.
Gamora slept with Tony Stark.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then She-Hulk. Yeah, like you said,
See, I bet-
she had a thing with.
You know who I
Daredevil.
bet pulls the best?
Who?
Ant-Man.
You know who should
Have you seen
pull?
Herogasm?
Yes.
Okay. Enough said.
Yes, I have.
You know who should pull is Reed Richards.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Well, you know,
Yes.
like you know, in the scene, like in the Fantastic Four, where he like stretches his fingers, right?
Oh, there's a whole scene where he's like, it was the second one or the first one, where he's like dancing and like takes two girls like,
Yeah.
from the
Oh, yeah.
around,
Yeah.
like wraps them up. I'm like, maybe those powers aren't stupid.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only reason I don't think those powers are stupid anymore is watching Incredibles 2. Elastic Girl was
yeah.
getting it with their little stretchy powers. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, why doesn't Mr. Fantastic do that stuff like that cool? He's just a fucking nerd.
Totally off topic, but Incredibles did the Fantastic Four far better than
Fantastic Four.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Like,
I have high hopes for Marvel going forward because Daredevil was like a great step in the right direction. I think season 2, like I said, is going to correct a lot of the issues I had with season 1. But coming up next, we have Thunderbolts, which I
Next
keep hearing.
week.
What?
next week.
I think it is next
I
week.
think that's gonna be really good. Oh, by the way,
Stop touching the thingy.
sorry.
I was like, what the fuck's that? That was me.
I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters yesterday.
Oh shit, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Did you see it too?
It's until the 30th.
No,
Oh, is it?
wanted to.
Is
Yeah.
it going until there? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's fire, bro.
I mean, I
I-
know.
I-
we see,
I
it didn't
know,
change
but like,
anything.
I know, but seeing it in theaters again, like it's been 20 years for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's I have seen Sinners in downtown in the 70 millimeter IMAX on my list before. I think
Sinners?
Thunderbolts, the new Ryan Coogler movie, Vampires.
You say that like I mean something.
Yeah,
Michael
I
B.
forgot.
Jordan's new movie.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I saw a clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
And I want to see it in the actual like format. So like I'm probably not going to see Revenge of the Sith. I'm probably going to go see Sinners
yeah,
before I see the Thunderbolts because Thunderbolts. I also think it's going to be good. It's getting a lot of high praise from critics. Early screenings, they're saying it's really good. They're saying a post-credit scene is a game changer.
Yeah.
Well, it should be because the next movie coming out is Fantastic Four, but next movie next year it should lead into is probably Doomsday.
Oh, yeah.
As far as the slate goes, the only thing that is coming out is Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then
That's it.
That's it.
For movies this year?
And-
Yeah.
So
Is there any? Oh, an Ironheart. That's a show though.
Okay,
Kind of
Is that
show.
actually coming out though? Is that actually happening?
someone's got to explain this to me. So
Yeah.
because it still confuses the shit out of me. Because
Okay.
when I was in the theater yesterday, I saw the trailer for Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in the past. That's in a different universe, right?
It's
Nope, both.
Yeah. It's
in
in the
the pa-
60s
What?
in a different universe.
Okay.
It's a retro futuristic
So
take that takes place in the 60s in a different universe.
Correct.
okay. So
Yeah, it's a
I'm
lot to recommend.
I'm trying to figure out how are they going to bring that to
So
and why they would do it like that.
I've read leaks about Fantastic Four, and I've been avoiding talking about it because I don't want to like burst anybody's bubble. or like how they're gonna kind of set up Doomsday.
What I heard is they start the movie out in the main universe, which are we calling it the 616?
Yeah. Well, for you, probably because you read comic books, I'm okay calling it 616.
The 616 is the mainline comic books.
Yeah.
Initially, when they started making these movies, they called it 1999.
That's like the Fox one, yeah.
Well, no, that was the Avengers adjacent.
I thought they've been calling it 616.
616 is
That's
the
what
main
Spidey
line
calls it.
Okay.
comic books.
Okay.
But I don't think we're ever gonna get a comic book slash.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the comic books have their own
thing.
designation 616.
Yeah.
Now they're calling the MCU
movies,
616, which it's not.
Okay.
Because they're saying that within the multiverse.
Yeah. I think they're saying that they're calling that 616 just for people who are read the comic books. Like, hey, this is the main. This is what we're sticking to for movie wise continuity for movies.
I think they're doing it just to keep it simple.
Because back when there was Spider-Man everywhere,
brain bending.
Okay, but
it starts out in 616.
Yeah, we can just call it 616 just to keep it simple.
And then
Fine.
it just
okay. Jay's like, fine,
fuck it, fine.
We'll do it live.
Anyways, so I was reading that the Fantastic Four in this upcoming movie, initially in the 60s, they're supposed to be in this universe.
Yep.
Then they wind up going to a different universe. Who knows how?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we can all put two and two together.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they're supposed to wind up back.
Yeah. So
50, 60 years later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've read too. And the only thing I read about was like there's like in the leaks there.
Yeah.
So I'm just I feel like they're overcomplicating it. Like
they are.
Well, it's not, but you kind of have to though to explain their disappearance in the MCU.
I don't think they need to. I don't think they need to.
The way they're in the comic books, they're pivotal to the MCU in the comic books. Like having not being there is kind of messing up continuity for like a lot of comic book readers. I feel like.
But then again, I mean, it's weird because even in Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange meets a Reed Richards and says, "Didn't you guys chart in the '60s?" So he knows.
Oh shit! Did he
the
say
Fantastic?
that?
Yeah,
did.
the Fantastic
I thought it was just like
Four
a joke
exists.
because his name is Mr. Fantastic. I was like, oh, did you guys chart this? I thought it was like a just like a joke about how stupid his name
He's
is.
also a big music listener.
Oh, true.
And
Oh yeah. I referenced that scene in the first movie.
Okay, hold up. Why not? See, what I thought they were going to do is when they sold Stark Tower, I thought they were going to make that Reed Richards. I thought they were going to make
the
that
Baxter Building.
Yeah, the Baxter Building.
No,
And-
it's the
and I'm like-
Centurion Watchtower probably is going to be after Thunderbolts.
Couldn't they just?
Correct.
Couldn't they have just made it like? Just did an origin story. Like I know we've seen it before, but like just some sort of origin story for in Fantastic Four, and just keep it simple instead of do all this mind bending shit.
They're gonna. This is technically their origin story, origin story for the MCU.
It is, but it isn't. Like
In the comics,
It's
where
like Spider Man.
yes, they're Spider-Manning the Fantastic Four. Like,
It's like Homecoming.
We've seen it. We know how they get
Yeah,
there.
and watch like the next
get
Fantastic
it.
Four is like the first. It's like their first is like their Homecoming, like or home. Like every
Yeah.
Spider-Man had a home. Every
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is gonna have like a first, like first steps, first shits. I don't fucking know.
first shits.
First love.
shits.
I don't know.
I'm just like
It's not so much their origin; it's just how they're throwing them into the MCU.
Yeah, and that's why I think the leaks are true. What I read, which also sucks for me because the first trailer they dropped didn't mention anything about her being pregnant, and when the leaks I read,
didn't.
it was about her being pregnant.
But-
and then they confirmed it with the second trailer
yeah,
that she's
Well,
pregnant, and I was like, oh, these
it's
leaks
funny.
are probably true then.
Isn't their kid like crazy powerful?
Yeah,
super powerful.
Yeah.
Franklin Richards,
Yeah.
yes, and that's probably why Galactus is even bothering with this
Yeah.
Earth is because of Franklin. But
I thought he just eats the Earth to stay alive.
he eats
planets, but also like Franklin's like a threat, isn't he? He's like a world bender.
Sorry, wait, what?
Isn't Franklin like a threat to Galactus?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like he's like he can like I don't know if
Yes.
he's like Professor X level mutant.
Oh,
kinda?
Is he more powerful than Wanda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Franklin's that guy.
God-
yeah,
God
he's him.
Like God level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The bad thing is he's just a kid. But shoot, I don't even remember what I was saying.
Fantastic Four.
Well, yeah, but I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh,
That's
well,
unfortunate.
I just think that MC's going in the right direction. So I think I'm gonna say it here first, people. MC is back, minus Ironheart and other shows that they put out that are probably gonna be.
Man, yeah, we've been saying that.
Watch
for
Ironheart be
how
like the
many years?
best show we've ever seen. I don't know what it's about. I think isn't Mephisto supposed to be in it somehow?
Yeah,
I don't know why the fuck they're doing
I
that.
They first dropped Mephisto in Agatha, right?
No, Mephisto's first drop technically officially in Agatha. Oh wait, you say Agatha?
Yes.
I'm dumb. Yes,
I was like, wait, what?
I was thinking. I thought WandaVision and Agatha are the same thing in my head right now. So I was like,
did they?
yeah. They said this name, an agent of Mephisto.
Yeah.
The black chick said that.
That's right.
Yeah, but I don't think they
that
mentioned it or anything like that.
happened,
People say the
yes.
fly in WandaVision was like because they put this emphasis on this fly in that in Agatha's house. People say that was like the first inkling of Mephisto, but because in the comic books,
is that a thing?
I think in the comic books
Yeah,
he first appeared as like a fly and that's what they're like. Oh, this is Mephisto. Like, but also everyone was saying Mephisto was coming in Wanda.
People. I heard Mephisto. I heard Doctor Strange. I heard Reed Richards and Wanda. None of it happened.
Yeah, but we did get a Ralph Boner. Hell yeah, love that show.
Shut the fuck up. I got one hand. I'll still kick your ass.
And since we're on the Marvel topic, this is probably the last thing we talk about because this is what we attempted to talk about in our botched episode.
45 minutes of wasted time.
They did drop the Avengers
Doomsday.
Doomsday announcement cast trailer, if you want to call that, an 8-hour live stream of chairs. Hey! You can't say why because people watch.
They did
an 8-hour live stream of chairs.
Every half hour they would move the first started on Chris Hemsworth's chair and it played the Thor theme song, whatever, blah blah blah. Half hour it would move to the next chair.
Really?
And every half hour it moved to another chair, playing another theme. And
I know that's what they did. I thought they just did
I just saw the last one.
Yeah,
when they just did all of it. Downey Jr. was in the last one, and he just like shh or whatever he did. I don't know what the fuck he did, but no, there's a live stream where they were like doing it slowly, and like I think they had an average viewer of like 89,000 people watching.
That's crazy.
I think it might have peaked at like a couple million, but like an average of 89,000 people just watching chairs.
Yeah, yeah, that happened.
I get it. Sometimes I need to find the light.
But
that no.
The one thing I did say that I'm kind of mad about that in this cast is, or the casting like announcement is, they literally named every Thunderbolt. So I'm like, because there was like, that kind of takes away the stakes. They kind of takes away the stakes from the Thunderbolts for me. Well, I mean, so we all know they're gonna live.
Did you really think they were gonna die?
No. I did.
No.
Who the fuck cares about Red Guardian?
You're not wrong.
The Russians, bro.
The actress who plays Ghost.
Oh, I don't know her name, but she's hot.
I was about to say she's hot.
Yeah.
Fair.
Was she not on the chair?
I don't think so.
I thought she did.
How's she gonna die? She's a ghost.
Jesus Christ.
this guy.
We all know, we all know Taskmaster's gonna die because he's or she's not in any of the marketing.
Which after what they did,
yeah, I was gonna say
after what they did with
you
that,
said it kills your stakes. Nobody dies, but
I mean, after what they did to Taskmaster, I kind of hope.
Oh my god, yeah,
it dies.
Fair enough.
It does.
Damn, it's a woman. God, she has a name. Say her name.
What is her name?
We know her. Dracov's daughter.
Dracov's daughter. You're not wrong at all. But like I was saying, like, because like there's like a scene in the trailer where like, she's gonna go into the void, Elena, because she's had like an acid trip. It's like sees herself and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe we like now I'm gonna be sitting in my chair like, oh, she's gonna be in Doomsday. Florence Pugh can get it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she can.
Did we all see Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I saw it in IMAX. It was everywhere. I was like, oh, good for you.
Good for you. Pause.
I went into that movie not knowing that was going to be a thing, and I'm just sitting here like,
oh, just like him. Just him in the corner with his little.
Like, I'm enjoying this far more than I should.
She was in the movie for all of 3 minutes,
and then she,
it's only 3 minutes.
Unaligned herself.
Yeah, it was
not wrong.
Yeah. It was a great time.
It was indeed.
But yeah, no, that's like the one thing I had an issue with. Also, I've seen leaked like stills from Doomsday. Like apparently the Young Avengers are supposed to be on it, in it. But like I think they haven't announced everyone because they want some surprise, and it's contracting and casting stuff. Like you have to get like Tom Holland might be in it, but he's shooting Odyssey, so I've heard a rumor that he's just doing a voiceover.
Which I'm actually really looking forward to that movie.
That looks like
you should. Yeah, Christopher Nolan does nothing wrong. Christopher Nolan is batting 100. In my eyes.
Really is.
Maybe like, Tenet was kind of a little bit weird, but he's
like,
batting 100.
He may have he obviously has some movies that are better than others, but he doesn't have like a bad movie. Like I can't.
Yeah, there's not his first one is kind of boring, but he was in college when he made that. If you've ever seen it, I'm not movie buffs. Damn it. You probably never sought out to go see The Following by Christopher Nolan, movie he shot in school when he was like 20.
No.
Oh.
What was
better? Good movie, though.
What was better, that or Pumpkin Man?
Pumpkin Man.
Okay.
Fuck you. Pumpkin Man was way better. You hear that, Ryan? You're starting off better than Christopher Nolan. But yeah, no. So, Avengers, what's the hype for it? I know, John, you said you're like, right?
Yeah. What was it? What did I say? Like 7?
I think you said like a 6 or a 7.
6 or 7, yeah.
See, I'm still hyped for it. I just think the announcing is just fodder. It's just nothing.
It's
empty calories.
Yeah.
Cool to see it was cool to see the X-Men name. I will say that the X-Men names were sick. But I also wish you would give it to me. Them announcing it makes me think they're gonna be like not cameos. Like they're gonna like. I want Cyclops to be like the main character.
Cyclops deserves better.
James Marsden is has risen up in the acting world.
Has, but
why Cyclops?
No, I mean I get why he's going to be in it because I'm thinking Doomsday is going to be the closest thing that we get to Avengers versus X-Men.
Oh, see, I think it's just going to be. And my original thought for this movie was they're going to do. It was going to be every single variant that we've known in cinema. So like I thought they're going to bring back bring back Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage. They're going to bring back Daredevil, and it's going to be like an Avengers Endgame level where everyone's fighting. It was just going to be Kang's variants versus all of our MCU Marvel adjacent characters.
The thing is with that though, in the casting announcement, they left so many names out of it.
I think legally, sometimes the names without contract disputes, you can't legally tell someone you're going to be in it. They have to back out. Like Halle Berry wasn't in it, but she said she's not going to be in it. But
she's probably going to be in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they did that thing with Anna Paquin in Days of Future Past where they
brought her character out.
Yeah, she filmed scenes for it.
No, there's a whole entire road cut.
Yeah, which is completely weird to me.
It's politics.
Do you think they're going to do the scene where Dr. Doom drops down and kills all the Kang variants?
Jonathan Majors has said to come back.
Yeah, and they said that he was coming back to wrap up his tenure as Kang.
Right.
But they did also say in Loki that the TVA was going around and wiping out the Kang variants.
Okay, so. I'll say what if? I'm fucking with it. What if? Okay, so I just found out they're doing reshoots for Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
Why would you? They're doing reshoots as like the movie's coming out in July, and from what you said, so from my understanding, they're from the 616 universe in the 60s. They do a space trip. They get sucked into a black hole. Whoa, where are we now? Whoa, futuristic Earth. This is sick, dude. They run into who other than Victor Von Doom, Robert Downey Jr. And the movie happens, stuff goes out, and then how they get back, their Victor Von Doom hops a ride. That's how they introduce Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom into the MCU.
Are we going to see Robert Downey Jr. doing an accent?
He can.
Hope not.
What? This man played a black man.
You're not wrong.
Very well for a whole movie, and we were all convinced.
Where are we though? Were we really?
My mom had no idea who that was.
Oh, really?
My mom, because they came out the same year. Iron Man and Tropic Thunder came out the same year.
Yeah.
So my mom loves Robert Downey Jr. Or she loved Iron Man to the point. And I remember she wouldn't let me go see this movie there because I was like in grade school. So like I remember when it came on like Netflix or whatever, it came on streaming. We watched it, and she was like, "This is hilarious." And I was like, "It's even funnier when you know this is a white dude." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "That's Iron Man." And she said, "No, it's not." I was like, Mom, he got nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
He got nominated for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Well, you know, only reason he lost?
Huh.
Heath Ledger, Joker.
Oh,
Yep.
That's the only reason he lost. It was the same year.
It was all makeup.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie. Yeah, no.
Blackface,
Robert Downey
if you will.
Jr. couldn't do an act. He did Sherlock Holmes.
Do you think you could make?
he did.
Well, plus, if you can do a British accent, I'm sure you could do a German accent. Like,
Is he German?
Latvarian, which
Yeah, but-
doesn't actually exist. But,
but-
I was like,
the accent's
so make up
German,
your own
right?
accent.
every time I hear him like in a cartoon or something, it's always a German accent.
yeah. I think it's Romanian,
Let's just.
which
Same difference.
What is it's Romanian is a very unique accent. 'Cause it's not really German.
supposed to
It's not
sound
really,
like Dracula. Let's just put it that way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Like it's like I think it's closer to Russian.
Well,
Like a mixture of Russian
Honestly,
and
if you
German.
just give him a thick
Yeah.
accent, I'm sure he'll pull it off. Like
Robert Downey
Which,
Jr. is one
fine,
of the best act. He can do it.
This is all assuming that Robert Downey Jr. is Victor Von Doom.
that's
Also
a good
true.
question.
Also true.
Which don't like if they did Doctor Doom without doing Victor Von Doom, I'm gonna be a little pissed.
well,
Yeah, fair, but
this can set him up as
Like,
they
I
can
mean,
do Tony as Doctor Doom.
infamous
But
Iron
then-
Man
well, because
exists.
But then
technically,
bring him back. We'll open the character up to Victor Von Doom being in Doctor Doom.
like they're-
technically, Tony Stark and Doctor Doom's goals are exactly the same. They just go about it different ways, right?
Yeah,
Like world peace kind of thing.
that's what I saw someone break that
Yeah.
down in like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like how they can pull it off of him. I'm like, yeah, but like it's Victor. We know Victor. He's
say
like,
that Victor and Tony are two different characters.
yeah,
And they've got
'Cause
Robert Downey Jr. being Tony, now playing Doom. But in the comics, there is an infamous Iron Man where a variant of Tony Stark is Doom.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yes.
I remember that the thing too. Or like, and then there's another run where they
killing my hype.
switch, right? Tony Stark is Reed Richards' roommate. Or that's the same one you're talking about. Or like
It could
they
be.
switched paths
there's-
and he became Iron Man and he became Doctor Doom, and it was like, or like no, Victor Von Doom's brain got into Tony Stark. I remember there was two storylines where they were like, this is happening in comic books. Everybody chill the fuck out. This isn't like unheard of. And I was just like, but it's you don't get an iconic character to play another iconic character unless you're in the shitter,
and
which they were.
the Russo brothers even came out and said, I don't know if this is spoilers, but like they've come out and done interviews, probably because that last movie that they did was terrible.
What was the last movie they did?
The Electric State with Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt.
Oh, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible.
Do they always do movies together?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a
Yeah,
little-
that's their shtick.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were doing press, and they said that Tony Stark's death in Endgame directly ties in to this character that he's playing in Doomsday.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay. That's very honest.
Like it has a big impact on
Did they do?
How?
Did they do Endgame?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did everything. They did Captain America 2, 3, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Okay.
Basically the big ensemble films.
Was the Russo brothers
Yes.
Except for
Except
Joss
for
Whedon.
yeah,
Yeah.
the first
Which-
one?
Second one.
the
too.
first and second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Avengers
they
movies.
split them. Yeah. No, but who knows? Fantastic Four is gonna be an interesting movie. I can't wait for that one. Like I said, June's gonna be a packed, or no, July. July's gonna be a packed month.
Superman.
Yeah. But let's get into this past weekend. Star Wars Celebration, Japan, like we stated at the top of the show. They announced a lot of things, which Star Wars is known for announcing a lot of shit
And
and
then
not
nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
and nothing
yeah,
comes out of it.
never
But
made.
we have faith in. So they announced four main things.
You.
They announced four main things: Grogu, a Mandalorian, the movie. We know that's happening. Ahsoka season 2, we know that's happening. Maul, Shadow Lord, we know that's happening. Starfighter, they said it 2 years.
That one's up in the air.
It's 2 years out, but
A lot can happen.
they're in
2 years.
pre-production for that. I'm
I was
gonna
gonna say,
sure.
they're starting to film that
Are they starting to film?
soon.
Oh,
I mean, so
Yeah.
what? They made a whole Batman or Batwoman.
You're not wrong.
wait,
Movie
wait,
did
pause.
not release
Have you
it.
heard of that? They might not make a Batman, the Batman. 2
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
because of the scheduling for Robert Pattinson.
Not
He
even that,
just signed on to Dune.
no, the director, he's having health issues.
Oh, Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves?
Yes.
No,
shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
shit!
sick. I
And
was
it's
looking forward to
bad.
the second movie.
I was
Same. But
I was
also
wanting a
not
quart of
fantasy.
owls.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh my gosh, I need this.
Yeah, we were just
I could do without it.
Yeah,
also like
I feel
make way
like
for the new DCU.
Battinson, I feel like, is so overrated.
I just think he needs to bulk up. Like, Batman's not supposed to be scrawny.
It was year 1.
I don't
Or
care.
no, year 2. Was it year 2?
It doesn't matter.
Exactly, it doesn't matter.
Like
Oh.
he's working out for 11 years. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
that's another topic for another day. We're talking about Star Wars.
okay,
You're right.
So let's start it off with well, they also did talk. You guys want to talk about Andor a little bit? I know we talked about waiting for the shows to come out, but season 1 has already happened. You guys,
can I just say this about Andor? Right? Actually, Jalen,
because it's a very I know it's a very
No,
controversial
I was
thing
gonna
right
say,
now that
I've
happened.
seen the show. So
yeah, I've seen it. I'm caught up on it. It just if it was a show by itself without it being attached to Star Wars, fine. I probably still wouldn't watch it, but fine. Like I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. But it just doesn't feel like Star Wars.
I'm so okay with that.
And not feeling Star Wars.
It feels like Star Wars enough.
Okay.
It isn't for kids.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because I know there's like a whole topic around the show right now. I didn't put it in the notes, but I just know that because I have social media and people are like up and roaring. We kind of touched on it before we started recording about there being, YouTube don't.
Just
we
say,
don't make enough money for
just
them
say
to care.
Just say grape.
That's what the kids do. Yeah, there was like an attempted grape. I know I sound like a fucking moron saying that.
Say SA.
Yeah,
I sound like a
that
moron
too.
saying that too. I'm fucking a man. I can say
There it is. Oh, there it is.
like we're not children here. Jesus Christ, this is a real topic, but we don't make money anyways. Yeah, there was an attempted scene on one of the characters, and we were talking about how that type of thing doesn't belong in Star Wars.
It doesn't.
No.
But why?
Yeah, why exactly? I mean, I don't have an answer for you. I
Yeah,
don't
there's just
know.
no answer.
There's just a
for it.
feeling
It's
you
just
guys
like,
get. You're like, this felt
okay.
wrong, kind of a thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay,
So this was a real conversation between Dave Filoni and George Lucas,
got you.
and I know this because a person on YouTube was talking about how he met Dave Filoni when he went to his school, when they went to college, and he was asking him why Star Wars doesn't have darker themes.
Okay,
The reason why George Lucas doesn't put real dark themes into Star Wars. Yes, he has like Revenge of the Sith does have more of a darker theme, but it doesn't go as dark as a lot of people want.
yeah. It's not Last of Us 2.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't show Anakin just ripping through people in the.
Yeah,
Which he did. They did film it, but they just didn't put it in the movie.
dude, we need that footage, bro.
We can go into that later.
I need that footage.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. There is a 4-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith out there.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That sounds like too much.
I want it though.
That sounds like too much.
Anyways, what the fuck was I even saying?
Dark themes,
yeah. So Dave Filoni was trying to put dark themes in Clone Wars, and George Lucas, his exact words were, "That's not hopeful. That's not happy. That's not fun." He wants Star Wars to be fun. He wants it to be a good time, and even in Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back, where both of those movies, the bad guys win, you still feel some kind of hopeful at the end. They're going to save Han. You see Luke. You see the start of Luke Skywalker. There you have the hopeful theme at the end where kids can hang on to that, because his whole thing is kids need that. They need to be able to feel hopeful. They need to be able to feel happy. That's why rape and attempted rape just does not belong in Star Wars.
But you also said they need for kids to feel happy. Andor is not a kid's show.
It's not.
It's for adults.
It is not. It is not catered to kids.
And that's one of my issues with Andor. That's why it doesn't feel like Star Wars.
And that's fair.
Let me give you. Did you watch Skeleton Crew?
Yes.
Did you like that?
It was okay. It was better than Acolyte and Andor. It felt more like Star Wars than most of those.
Okay, fair enough. Because it wasn't very much kid oriented.
It was very
fun.
It was very it was a cutesy little show. I didn't think too much of it.
The thing I like about Andor, and I'm not trying to cut you guys off.
No,
You're fine. Go for it.
It's like the behind the scenes of what's happening. I mean, we see the heroes and everything, the stuff that you want to see, the stuff that is hopeful. But like any kind of big rebellion or political movement, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and that's what Andor is.
It's
Yeah.
I was gonna be a history buff, but I totally forgot the quote from Lincoln because it was on the trailer for Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It was like people forget it's such a bar too. It's like people forget the bloodshed in war. They just remember the outcome. They don't remember what it takes to get to that to that outcome. I'm gonna look this up later, but not now. That's a dope quote. But I get what you're saying because what makes me sad about Andor is I fucking love Rogue One. It's my second favorite modern day, like post.
It's a lot of people's favorite movie.
So Tony Gilroy did not write Rogue One.
Who's Tony Gilroy?
The guy who's writing, the guy who's doing
the Andor
showrunner.
Okay, got you.
So they had other people in, I forget his name. They had other people in making Rogue One, and they're the ones who put all like the Star Wars themes into it. And then, but it was still like just a
gritty.
It was just a jumble. It was just a mess. It was just a giant mess. So they brought Tony Gilroy in to clean it up.
Got you.
So my point is, I'm okay with them making and Rogue One is also just a well-made movie in general, but it's also feels like Star Wars, which is hard to do. So
it does, but it's the one movie that feels the least like Star Wars.
Yeah, because I would argue,
I would say The Last Jedi feel like the least like Star Wars.
Do we even count the sequels at this point?
No, but I get what you're saying. But no, I agree with you. It does feel the least like Star Wars, but you still have the Vader scenes.
You do.
You still which makes you just. It made me orgasm in my seat.
See, that's and everyone loves that scene, but that's a very dark scene.
It is a dark scene. It is a dark scene, but
more of those kind of scenes.
But it also doesn't. It's not like it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. Really? When I was watching that scene, I was like, "Kill those motherfuckers!"
That's an uncomfortable thought.
That's
an uncomfortable thought. Why are you rooting for the bad guy?
Because it's Darth Vader.
Exactly. And I remember you saying like. They put this scene in because they want to make you hate the Empire. Yeah, which you just said you were rooting for the bad guy.
You dislike the Empire, but at the same time, Vader's just awesome.
Best villain of all time.
Best villain of all time. Yeah, like I don't like I don't like the Emperor, but I think the Emperor is such a good villain.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like for the story that he's in, he plays a very
and
he's
like
good.
You're supposed to like you're not technically supposed to. You're supposed to like know Vader's power. Like you just respect how cool Vader is because he just rips through everybody. He's just an overwhelming force.
Yeah.
But like as for the officers, like the normal like Imperial officers, you're just like fuck those guys. Like Krennic, amazing actor who played Krennic. I forget his name.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, he's in the show.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
I love Ben Mendelsohn.
He's in season 2.
Shit. I gotta get there.
Krennic is he's such a good bad guy, but I don't like him.
Not a likable bad guy.
Yeah, which is good because like
it means your acting is
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like Abby of the last.
We're not talking about that. Sorry. I'm still not over last season. Last week. But I wanted to talk about. I almost put it on there, and I was just like, I know you haven't played the game or watched the show.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
Is season
honestly?
2?
We're talking about we're talking about dark shit.
Wait. I'm sorry. Season 2 for Last of Us is out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did they do the scene where they?
Second episode of the fucking season.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna start crying now. Fuck me. They was so heart wrenching. Talk about fucking dark themes. Well, that's why I said Last of Us when you come out like you want dark.
That frees up Pedro Pascal to do
Thank
Mandalorian.
I always knew he wasn't gonna be the whole season, but I just didn't think the fucking second episode. God,
he had the first episode, man. It doesn't happen in doesn't it happen in the first like few scenes of the game?
No, it's like an hour into the game, hour and a half into the game.
Oh, so you get invested into him, and then they kill
no, but you're not playing as him. You're playing as Ellie in most of it, and then they make you. Oh,
He started to cry.
No, this is allergy.
Oh, of course, yeah, right.
Yeah, allergies.
I've been wiping my eyes the whole entire podcast.
Yeah. Anyways. Jon Favreau and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, no. So just Mandalorian and Grogu. It's slated to come out May 22nd of next year. Jon Favreau's directing it, starring Pedro Pascal. Everybody knows, and they're adding Sigourney Weaver to the cast.
Yeah, why?
We don't know what role she's in.
Why?
Sigourney Weaver's a badass. Dude.
She is, but
she's the OG sci-fi.
I don't want like.
Whoa, why?
There's a thing of.
She's fucking Ripley.
That great. I'm
And
happy
that's
for.
fine.
Congratulations.
What's wrong?
Like
You just don't. You said you're not
I
tagging
don't
her
wa-
character. You don't want.
I don't
her.
want stars in Star Wars.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, before Star Wars, or not before Star Wars, but like, who were these actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The only
any
person
of
who
them.
had really
That's
had a
fair.
resume was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
Alec
Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hated Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't stand it.
Harrison Ford was even in one movie, and that was with George. That was oh my God, what was the name?
I know what you're talking about.
American Graffiti.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, but we like the Star Wars already had stars though. Like they have Pedro Pascal in it. They've had.
He wasn't a star when that first came out. He was in
Sure
Game
wasn't.
of Thrones.
Yeah,
'Cause
no. Yeah, and what vampire Buffy?
Oh,
yeah.
don't include
Yeah.
Buffy.
Yeah.
That's just on his resume. He was like
But-
a side one-off.
He was in a
Vampire.
lot of
Yeah, like when
budget TV shows.
when Mandalorian came out, all anyone could talk about was the Red Viper from Game of Thrones. That
Yeah.
was it.
I mean,
That's fair. But since then, we've had.
Mando put him on the map.
Yeah.
That's
And now
true.
he's in everything.
Yeah, now he's just in everything.
That is fair. But like Sigourney Weaver, I'm okay with that to cast because I don't think she's gonna take away from the essence of Star Wars.
I don't
We don't
think
know what
she
she's
will.
gonna-
I don't think she will either, but it's just I don't know. I feel like it's a slippery slope. Like they're putting Ryan Gosling in there, and I'm just like,
That okay, I can understand, but that's also I think we're getting off like it's like the main trilogy stuff, like
Okay.
Yeah.
the main
So
stories.
look at
You
the
need some
sequel
kind of
trilogy
draw.
that doesn't exist. Daisy Ridley wasn't a nobody.
yeah,
John Boyega
That
was a
There's no-
nobody.
Which can we talk?
But
I
I'm
don't wanna
saying,
talk about that.
so I'm saying the new trilogy will always have the draw, and Star Wars has a draw. Like the Star Wars, when you release Force Awakens, the draw of that movie was this is the first Star Wars movie since Revenge of the Sith. But this is the first time we're seeing the OGs since the 80s.
which we didn't.
We saw Leia and
yeah,
Han.
just not all together.
Yeah, we did.
Not
we
all
saw
together.
all the characters.
But
they
I'm
just
saying
were
that
never
was
on
the
screen
draw. It was the
together.
first Star Wars movie in a minute. Star Wars is so saturated that you're going to need some kind of star power to get you to go see this movie.
That's another thing. They need to slow the down.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
like-
these are because they had a whole entire plan with like the Star Wars stories, like hence Rogue One,
Yeah,
Star
and
Wars
then
story, Solo,
Solo
a Star Wars story.
destroyed that.
People shit on Solo. I
I like Solo.
Such an
I think
unnecessary movie.
It's not
it
necessary,
it
but
was
it's
so
good.
unnecessary, but it wasn't the worst thing to come out.
Half the shit on this
I
list
would
is
say-
unnecessary.
It's true.
Yeah.
The Darth Maul
that's
one.
fair.
The Darth Maul one is 100% necessary. I don't care what anyone says.
No, I okay. We're skipping, but we can go straight down because I also had the Hutts. Might be a possible storyline. We don't really know the storyline of Mandalorian and Grogu.
No, but I heard just today that they're thinking that they're supposed. So the Hutt that you see in the trailer for Mandalorian is Jabba's son.
Yeah.
I heard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I heard, and you see him in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
as a baby when Anakin's
Yep.
trying.
Yeah.
Was
So
it Rada?
yeah, and so the story is that he's Mando's target, which makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense in the sense that like Jabba's dead now. Who is Jabba's heir?
Oh, that should be
But-
fun. I heard that the Bears playing
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen,
Jeremy
which
Allen.
I'm okay with.
White.
Another star, but it's like you don't see him. So I think it's gonna be a voice character.
Mhm.
Well, that's a very interesting. I didn't know the plot of anything.
And
so
he's apparently jacked as fuck.
who Jabba?
Jabba's son.
Yeah.
he's like ripped as hell.
Okay, hold on. That might take me out of it.
He's a space slug, but he's
It's not the first time you see a ripped Hutt.
yeah,
There's one in the comics as a Jedi, which yes, there is a Hutt Jedi.
did not know
And
that.
Yeah.
he's like jacked as hell.
yeah.
Damn, I need to.
But that's in the comics, and they do all kinds of crazy shit in the
Yeah.
comics.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But okay, so the hype for Mando and Grogu not really there. It's there, but
I feel the same way about all movies that are coming out.
Yeah,
Just like,
really.
yeah.
guys. So I don't want to. Oh fuck! And then there it is. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. I know, but I know it's not there.
Martin Luther
Second,
King
next
said
up is Ahsoka season 2.
Uh-huh.
That's slated to come out in fall. I think 2020. No, summer 2026.
Hayden Christensen,
7?
baby.
6?
2026. Yeah.
Apparently, Hayden Christensen's slated to be like a series regular.
So she's. So where do we leave that show? So Thrawn left the planet on. Ahsoka's trapped there.
Ezra was able to get away.
Ezra was getting away.
Ahsoka and Sabine, and then Balin's skull is there, which R.I.P. Ray Stevenson.
Oh, we can talk about that. They released the image of him as
apparently they're going to
Game
give
of
it.
Thrones actor.
Yeah, Rory McCain or something.
the Hound. Yeah,
yeah, and apparently they're going to give like an explanation of why he looks different.
they shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think they should either. But apparently they're going to.
When you recasting someone,
Which
I'm not a huge fan of recasting like a pivotal character. To me, I think
the guy died, Jeff.
I know.
The guy died.
like I'm like the whole thing with like Chadwick Boseman. People wanted to recast. I'm like, you don't recast.
No, that one
there's
just leave
there's
alone.
news about that too.
I don't give it. No, fuck
he
them.
was a bigger like this was the first time you ever see
True, but
Balin Skull.
he was so good.
Best part of that show.
He was,
Yeah.
and their fight, like I like someone broke down that fight, the lightsaber fight, as like an old classic, like Western,
Samurai,
like a Western, like knight versus like a samurai or a ninja, and like the two conflicting, like his is more brute force and hers. I was like, oh, that's.
I
so
love
cool.
the fact that they had him beat her.
Oh yeah, and he
yeah.
so nonchalantly.
Yeah.
It made him badass.
yeah.
I was like, he was like, shit, like, well, come on.
She's like this is Ahsoka. This is the
she got them hands.
the Padawan of the Chosen One.
Yeah,
and this dude just manhandled her.
Oh yeah, who was his pad one? He had one.
Shin Hati.
I forget what happened. I need to rewatch that show.
Shin Baddie. Shin.
Shin Baddie.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, have you seen that? Oh yeah. No, there was this whole like hashtag like trending when that show was coming out. Like everyone thought she was hot, so it was like Shin Baddie or Shin Hottie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
To me, like on an IP that I was creating, I would try to write that character out.
Oh, how do you do that though with this character?
Yeah, I know it's a pivotal character.
He's such a good character.
And he's Helm will probably be fine with it.
Oh, I think he'll be fine
because they don't
it's just disappointing because he did so good.
And like I didn't know this. Like I've known of Ray Stevenson, but like this is what this was his thing for me. Like
I think,
stand out.
I think like it's so sad because like I think he was just gonna cook through this whole series.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
he was
100%.
He was just gonna.
Like I said, he has that brooding, menacing force about him.
But he's not a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
So someone broke this down, and it makes sense. So you have obviously a red lightsaber, and you have a blue and a green lightsaber, right? So, and if you're like Mace Windu or Revan or somebody where you can use both sides, you have a purple lightsaber, which is a mix of blue and red.
Oh, that's why they
yes.
And yeah,
we don't know that's not true though, right? He just wanted to.
Well, no.
Well,
yes.
Okay,
yes.
I was like, he just wanted to stick out in the scene and attack the clones.
That's how they wrote it in.
Okay,
yeah,
they have to justify it somehow.
Got you. So he can use both for. Okay, got you.
But Revan's much cooler in that sense. Anyways,
boner for Revan.
Oh, dude, don't get me started. I have a Revan statue, posters, his lightsaber. It's a whole thing. Anyways,
both sides of the force.
Yeah. If you have a purple lightsaber, you can use both sides, but you lean more towards the light side.
Got you.
Balin Skull has an orange lightsaber.
So does
is it orange?
his Padawan?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. That means they can use both sides of the force, but they lean more towards the dark.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Did not notice that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look
That was Dave Filoni, I believe, said that.
I need to rewatch Ahsoka. I did. That's the first thing that page.
It's more of an. It looks red, but it's definitely more of an orange tint.
More like that's the first property of Star Wars that Paige sat through and like she liked. Mm-hmm. Well, season 3 of Mandalorian she sat through too.
There was a couple.
I'm sorry.
There was a couple episodes of Ahsoka at the end that I was kind of like, this kind of sucks. But
yeah, it kind of fell off for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like seeing live action characters I like in cartoon. Mm-hmm. Like it was just cool to me to see that.
But can I get into my
yeah, go for it.
My stuff about Ahsoka?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So you both seen Clone Wars with the ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you guys know about Abeloth?
Enough to know he exists.
It's a she.
Is she the white
enough
one?
to know that she exists?
Is she the white one? Who the fuck is Abeloth? It's been
I was like, what? Okay.
I remember. Am I the light? Because he was stuck on a planet.
I've heard the name.
Okay. So Abeloth is basically the most powerful being ever next to Anakin, like a full-powered Anakin. She might even be more powerful than a full-powered Anakin. But so basically she started as a mortal, just an average woman.
Okay.
She was with the ones, which would be the father, the son, and the daughter.
Yeah.
Thousands of years before any Star Wars happened. Okay.
Gotcha.
So when jeez, excuse me,
You good?
I'm good. So when she noticed she was getting older and they weren't, she wanted to somehow not get older.
Yeah.
So they had like on this planet they were on, they had this like, it was like a font of knowledge and fountain of truth or some shit like that.
Gotcha.
She bathed in one and drank out of the other one, and then she basically turned in, which is forbidden. You can't do that, especially as a mortal. And she turned into this like just all powerful being, but like became just disfigured and all kinds of messed up. So they had to lock her away. So they basically entrapped her somewhere in space. And that's why the father wanted to keep Anakin in the Clone Wars, because Anakin was the only one who could take the father's place in keeping her trapped.
Did she get released?
Yes, she got not in the show. They don't even talk about her in the show. They talk about her in books. Right, it came out in like right before Disney bought Star Wars.
Oh, this is expand. Oh,
this is expanded universe stuff.
Okay, I was like, I didn't remember that all this shit.
No, this is not
cartoon.
in the show. This is not in the show.
3-episode arc. I was like, I don't remember any of that stuff happening.
No, this is not in the show. The father wanted to keep Anakin but they don't go into that in the show. They talk about that in the books. It's like a 15-book series.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So now they're having Balin go and something is calling to Balin, and it's supposed to be Abeloth, because Abeloth got free because they had to like entrap her every like 10,000 years or something. So they needed, and that's what the father wanted to keep Anakin for. It was more than just keeping his kids in the balance. It was keeping Abeloth entrapped. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So because Anakin was the only one who could do it.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Did the spirit of the sister go into Ahsoka?
There is a
brought her back to life.
There is a rumor, not a rumor. There is a theory about that, because you see the little owl thing.
Yeah.
There is a theory about that, but apparently we're supposed to be getting, so Sam Witwer is coming back as the son in a flashback.
Sick.
And then we're also supposed to be getting the daughter and the father in a flashback, and then that's why we're supposed to be getting Ewan and Hayden and Ahsoka all in a flashback of the Mortis arc in live action.
That would be sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I just came.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. And they're gonna use
seeing the three of them together, that would be different.
Yeah. Well, in the Clone Wars, like, that'd be sick.
When they did the Clone Wars flashbacks in the first season,
yeah,
that was supposed to be like their test run. See how it goes.
And everyone loved it.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
I came when I saw Anakin.
It was
They didn't even try to mask the fact that he had aged.
No,
at all.
At all. Which is fine by me, man. I don't even care.
I don't care.
Which he looks good for his age.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Doesn't look bad.
That's what being a Hollywood actor does.
Yeah. Well, he stopped acting for a long time.
Yeah, but you're still in it. You're still in. You get the residuals. You got the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's getting his flowers now,
dude.
Real talk. Real talk.
Like he got shit on for shit that was not his fault.
Let's be real.
Not at all.
Let's be real. He didn't get shit on more than the first Anakin. He got bullied out of school.
Jake. Yeah.
Which
shout out a fellow Indiana Hoosier.
Is he from Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That he got, now he's in jail, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
He was in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger too.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Damn. Shout out Jake.
Yeah.
Free my boy Jake.
Free my boy Jake.
Yeah, let's get those meth charges dropped.
Yeah, I think it's
not
what it is,
the
honestly.
meth charges.
Is it actually meth? I was totally guessing.
I think so. Well, if you see his mugshot, it looks like
oh shit.
No,
my boy's going through
it. It's sad. He got bullied for, like, I'm like, you got put in Star Wars. Like, why are you getting bullied for
I
that?
thought he was on the up and up. I thought I was hearing good things about.
Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't know. Last time I heard, he was in prison. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's Ahsoka. I did not know about that's where they're going with it. I'm hyped now because that would be sick.
And
to
just
see.
so we know, that was just a down and dirty of the whole Abeloth thing. Like,
got you.
There's a whole lot more to it.
Well, I'm glad that there's like story to pull so they can have more seasons.
They're also going to have Leia in Ahsoka 2, season 2.
How?
Yeah.
Baby Leia?
Same way they did Luke.
Oh, see,
which her daughter, Carrie Fisher's daughter, looks a lot like her, so they could do.
Yeah,
some
I was
CGI.
like, she was in Star Wars, wasn't she? She was like one of the people.
Yeah. So initially they
but I'm
brought
saying,
her
like,
on to do.
CGI and
that,
just
and
using
which-
her body and then
hey,
put the face on.
I'm okay with it. I don't even care anymore. Just put them in there. I don't care. I liked the whole Luke Skywalker
Because of the badass scene.
Yeah, well, yeah, like it was just cool. Like, and they had like I just enjoyed seeing Luke again.
But you have Sebastian Stan, who does actually look like Luke.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
do that. They're not gonna do it.
I know, because he's also older now too. He's
Yeah.
like probably in his 40s.
But they
Which would still be fine because Luke at this point is older too.
Also
it would
very,
work.
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they needed to, they could de-age a little bit.
Yeah.
But
and then you can also probably mix their faces together to
I
make
mean,
it
he's
look
not-
less.
what gets me is they're still doing Mark Hamill as Luke, but then they're like putting someone else's face. It's so
it's a
weird.
very
I'm just
weird
like,
process.
I don't think they need to do all that.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't.
But we can go to another show that was an original concept is Maul, the Shadow Lord.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Dave Filoni again.
I think that's also coming out next year, fall. Animation probably takes a little bit more time. They have to be working on it currently
I feel like animation goes quicker. I feel like they pump animation out.
because they start years in
They
advance.
do, but yeah,
Okay.
You,
I mean,
you have
look at-
to.
Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse.
So-
how long that's
Yep.
taken.
That's a very unique animation style, though. Too.
Yeah.
It is.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, they're- that's actually insane.
I hate that animation style.
Insane.
I was like, what the hell?
It is so
It's
beautiful.
the same reason, but it's also very expensive too. So that's like you got to like make sure it hits.
And certain scenes they're shot in 24 frames a second. That means
Yeah.
24 different individual
Yeah.
drawings
Yeah.
per a second.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why free
Yeah.
the artists, man. They're not getting paid anything. Whole
but
times.
the Maul series, so
Yeah.
that was a original concept by George Lucas
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
to be the sequel to Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
So
so just for context, this
Yeah.
story takes place right after episode 3, I believe.
correct. So they're moving it to a different spot.
So it's basically the premise of this story, from what I've been told or what I read, is that he's basically picking up the pieces of like a criminal organization, becoming the head, and dealing with the ordeal of Order 66, which ties into, I think, Solo.
I was going to say, so before Solo, after
it's going to be
episode three?
before Solo, after episode 3.
Okay.
And then because he was the leader of
The Crime Syndicate.
The Crime Syndicate.
I forget what it was called. I wrote
Crimson
it down.
Dawn.
Thank you, Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that movie. I'm like, oh, it's Darth Maul.
Paul Bettany.
What's he
or
doing
whatever
here?
His name is? Yeah.
I was like, what's he?
Yeah. So, and when I saw that scene, it made sense. I was like, oh, because at the time Clone Wars came out, and he was the leader, not season 7 yet, but he at that point you already saw him be the leader or put together his crime syndicate. So it made sense when I saw Solo. I was like, oh shit, okay.
He just rose up in the ranks and now he's a badass.
Well, I mean, he didn't raise up in the ranks. He built the ranks.
But like rose up in the actual like game
Yeah.
to like he's a respected now crime boss,
Yeah.
like running things. People
Yeah.
are scared.
I wonder
well,
if they're gonna have like an Amelia Clark in that.
I don't know. He's supposed to be also training an apprentice.
Darth Talon.
I was going to say, is she
Yeah.
actually
She's
confirmed?
I think there's.
They don't know.
I
Who
know there's
they didn't name their
speculation.
apprentice, but they.
I mean, it's Darth Talon. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
It's a Twi'lek, red Twi'lek, Cis-apprentice. They may change the name, but I don't know why. They're changing how she looks because George Lucas. I love the man. He's kind of a pervert. They were gonna make her like 100 like bikini, like
Just busty.
yeah. Which they still may do that, but she's gonna be covered a little
No,
bit.
not in today's
No.
day and age. And
No.
she's also a
Absolutely
child.
not.
Probably not.
She's not a child. She's supposed to be like an adult.
Every Padawan or Sith apprentice is like a kid to me. I don't know why. They just look like even this was Balin's.
I know,
kid?
that's a kid.
She was like early 20s, late
Are
teens.
we that old?
Yeah, I'm 30 now. She looked like a 12-year-old to
Are
me.
you actually 30?
Yeah, I turned 30.
Damn, you old ass man. What?
Fuck you.
How old are you?
28.
Oh, okay, we're the same age.
Okay.
I mean, 2 years.
I'm just fucking
Hey
with them.
guys, once you get to be my age, it'll click and understand.
Don't worry.
But
You want me to start calling you Unc?
please do. I fuck
Unc.
with it. Let's go.
All right.
Call me. I have so much wisdom, you don't even know.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, that was actually fuck you. You laughed way too Too hard at that.
I'm sorry.
I have wisdom, and you're just like, ha! Fuck out of here. Okay.
It's completely out of the question.
Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. We're here for it.
Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer. I was telling the guys earlier, so if this podcast ever blows up, hey, like and subscribe.
Sam Witwer knows more about Star Wars than the three of us combined.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
'cause
100%. Yes.
I've been
He
fucking with him
corrected Dave Filoni,
ever since Force Awakens.
I was going to say,
Is he in Force Awakens?
Sorry, not Force Awakens. What's the video game?
Oh,
Force Unleashed.
Thank you, Force
I was
Unleashed.
like, what?
Was that his first gig?
As Star Wars, yeah.
That was his first
You
gig.
know what got him?
He was in Smallville.
He was in Smallville.
The fuck
yeah.
was he in Smallville?
Yeah.
Who was he in Smallville? He played
Doomsday.
Doomsday, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
their horrible version of Doomsday.
Yeah, it was.
I have never seen. I just know he was in a show called like Being
He
Human or
dated
something.
Chloe. He was dating
Sullivan,
Chloe.
yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wait, she's not dead.
No, she's
She's not
arrested.
but-
for-
Yeah, that's what she's in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was like, wasn't she in a cult? She died? No, she didn't die. She was part of the cult.
But do you know how he got the gig as Starkiller?
No.
So he was.
Bring back Starkiller. Make him canon.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't like that.
he was auditioning.
Yeah.
And he was meditating, but as a Sith, so he was like struggling, and they were like, "Why are you like struggling? He's supposed to be meditating." He goes, "He's a Sith. They don't teach meditation as a Sith. They don't because meditation is all about finding peace, right?
Yeah.
Sith don't teach finding peace.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be struggling with it." And so when they heard him say that, they're like, "Okay, you got the part."
Fair enough.
You just got to break down Star Wars to people making Star Wars, and they're like, oh, fuck.
Well,
yeah.
he corrected Dave Filoni.
Not only that, he corrected the director of Solo, which is
Oh yeah, about the lightsaber.
yeah.
About his lightsaber?
So they were going to
Maul's
give him.
lightsaber.
They were going to give him the original Phantom Menace lightsaber.
The dual one.
Yeah, well, he still had a double bladed lightsaber,
Yeah.
but he just the actual like the one I bought.
He got the one from the Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got you. And he was like, no, this is the wrong lightsaber.
Yep.
I need this one.
Because
Damn.
for whatever reason, he had to show off in Solo.
Oh, he was like, yeah, I don't want to be disappointed.
it was pointless.
it was pointless.
It was awesome, though.
It was.
It
Cool.
was.
It was cool.
It was.
but
Yeah, it was
pointless.
really cool.
That's
Hey,
just
hey,
one of those.
you know what? Sometimes I'm sitting there and I just light up my lightsabers.
You know what?
I will be in here just, and I'll be like,
I have two.
I'll
I do
I'll-
the same thing.
I don't have a lightsaber, but I have my Tommy sword, and I do play with it sometimes. I'm just thinking, I'm like, But I think it's, dude, fuck my arm up. It's fucking heavy. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. And that leads us into the last announcement. I don't know if it was the last announcement of Celebration, but Star Wars is getting an official movie. I know Mandalorian Grogu is a movie, but like it's not like a original character's original story. We're getting an original character in Star Wars Starfighter. That one had a date, I believe it was May 28th, 2027, starring Ryan Gosling and directed by Sean Levy. For those of you who don't know, Sean Levy did Deadpool Wolverine. He did Free Guy.
Yeah.
And he did.
Did he really?
Yeah. And he did Real Steel.
He just loves Ryan Reynolds, doesn't he?
And he's hugely in part of the Stranger Things franchise, too. He directs a couple episodes. And
Did he really?
I think he's a producer.
That
shit.
sounds
So,
Yeah, good for him.
and this is supposed to take place 5 years after Rise of Skywalker. I don't think they're going to be in it, any of the characters, but they're supposed to be all new characters.
I wonder if they're going to use that movie to set up the Rey movies.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
Wait, why not?
And I was going to say this earlier too.
You have to get over it. We're getting a Rey trilogy. You're going to have to just get over it. We're getting it.
You're not wrong.
Well, here's the thing though. If they do a Rey trilogy, it might not be bad because, like, what else can they fuck up? I'm just saying,
Like it is new territory.
Good point.
Like, it's like unwritten stuff. Like there's nothing to.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
But I was going to say earlier, are we going to go 15 years in the future and look at the sequels the same way we did with the prequels?
No.
No, Gen Z
I-
will. Gen Z will
I don't
probably.
think Gen Z will even do that.
No, Gen Z is all about inclusivity and all that bullshit. No, not bullshit. Hold on.
No, it's
Like,
bullshit.
we like-
It's bullshit.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We should be inclusive to it, but like not like.
I know what you're saying.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Like how
I was going to say, you're
like,
putting your foot down.
how people when we first came out, like adults were like, this is so political. Like for the prequels, like why do we care about politics? And we're like, we don't give a fuck about politics. This is fucking awesome.
Okay,
though.
hold on.
really
hold on.
wanna do
They brought in politics for the prequels, yes, but they didn't bring in like modern day politics, which that's not even my issue with the sequel trilogy.
It's not even politics per se. It's ideologies.
Ideologies, yes.
That's fair.
But also, that's not even my issue with it, with the sequels.
Because they're great movies. They're just not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, sorry.
No,
Force Awakens is a good movie. Last Jedi is a good movie. It's not a good Star Wars movie. I will stand by that point.
The Force Awakens wasn't a good anything.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's just simply fuck you. That's all I can say. No, I do think that the kids are gonna like Star because they're not gonna be as fucking. They're gonna take what's given to them. They're not gonna have like these options. They're gonna just watch it and then they're watching. They're
okay,
like,
but
okay, they're gonna take
I feel
it for
like
what it is.
I feel like if you go watch Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah,
and then you go and watch The Last Jedi, you're gonna be like, as a 8-year-old kid,
yeah,
which one are you gonna like?
Probably The Last Jedi because it's probably because Last Jedi because it's the same reason why I don't like older movies. The special effects look realer.
So okay.
Idiots don't care about story.
I just watched Revenge of the Sith yesterday in theaters.
Yeah,
remastered, the version that's on Disney Plus.
Okay,
it was excellent. Like I'm talking CGI, excellent. It was like modern day CGI. When they opening scene when they turn and
I was gonna say that opening scene.
Go down that ships.
Okay, opening scene
even then that shit looked good.
No, I'm talking about the green screen ones where it's like humans on which sound stages.
It's hard to get past.
Yeah,
I will say that.
But at the same time, like,
and most of the stuff in the the sequel trilogy is practical.
I don't think.
Which I was gonna say too, Andor,
practical.
Yeah, you say it doesn't look like Star Wars.
Well, no,
it looks like. I will say the clothing, everything looks.
It looks good. It looks. I'll say.
I was gonna say it looks
Star Wars. It just doesn't.
Great.
It just doesn't give me a Star Wars feeling. Like
that's fair.
Yeah. No, but like I said, I don't think kids. Like when I grew up, I remember I didn't like watching the original trilogy because of the special effects, which I wasn't until I was a teenager where I started watching the original trilogy. I'm like, oh, there's story here. I'm invested into the story. Mm-hmm. The special effects turned me off to it.
Well, then I think that like as kids get older, they're gonna realize what's good and what's the sequel trilogy.
But then again, people are human. They're gonna if they grew up watching it and loving it, they're gonna defend it.
But I don't really met any kid that loves it.
Dude, for a film or a franchise that is almost 40 plus years old,
yeah,
those movies hold up really well.
They really
Which one? Oh, the original?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
well, especially those movies were so ahead of their time.
I say Empire and Return hold up. A New Hope for me is a task to watch. A New Hope for me is a task.
A New Hope was their first one.
I know, and I understand that. And I get it.
Arguably, I'm like they had the least.
They had the lowest
budgets.
Yeah,
they did. It's just. I'm talking about for story, pacing, everything. It's a task for me to get through, and then it's
that
like
movie
night and day
goes quick after they get onto the Death Star, though.
Getting onto the Death Star, takes forever for me, though. That's the thing. Once Alec Guinness and Darth Vader have their scene. Then it picks up. It's fun, but getting to that point, it's rough.
There's a lot of things going into it. Again, it's the first one.
Yes. You
don't know who any of these characters are.
I understand that completely.
Which at that time,
I give it a
that time, dude, people were watching A New Hope, going, "This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen."
Because of the technical marvel, but technology though. That's the thing about technology. It gets better over time.
Yeah, and I would say Star Wars, not in the Star Wars universe. They have the same technology thousands of years.
If you take your fucking time with it, it does.
I mean, look at Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's my go-to example for any.
That holds up. That holds up.
Dude,
that holds
fucking Davy Jones looks immaculate to this day.
You can't pick that apart.
But even the first Transformers, dude.
That too. Yeah,
but here's the thing about that. George Lucas moved the ball for that. Like,
he did.
Without the original Star Wars, you don't get a lot of these amazing CGI movies.
I would give it up to probably. I'll give George Lucas number one, and then I would say number two is James Cameron.
Yeah,
moving technology and CGI.
I'll say that
with Terminator 2. Well, that was like a marvel for its time too.
Then
that's true.
Obviously, I think Avatar helped. The first Avatar helped move it because at that time it was 2010.
True,
but Avatar still made a leap.
James Cameron pushed the envelope when it comes to making super expensive films. I think at 5 different times, and
it always makes money.
It always makes money because James Cameron's now. I did not know that Avatar 2 made its way to the number 3 highest grossing movie of all time.
Oh, Revenge of the
Way
Sith.
of Water did.
Really?
Oh shit! I might have someone. I don't have a fact checker. I'm pretty sure when I looked it up, it was Avatar, Endgame, Way of Water, and then Infinity War, Force Awakens.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds about right.
Or no, Titanic's in there somewhere too. I fucked up.
Titanic's like 2 or 3.
I know he has
dropped.
Yeah. It was number 1 for a long time.
Because
And then he beat his
because
own
of
record.
Because James Cameron did Titanic.
yeah.
And
that CGI in that movie and all that practical effects is like he pushes the envelope for sure.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Revenge of the Sith is about to make 25 to 30 million on their re-release. That'll be the highest re-release of any movie.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, people.
When I went there, the theater was packed.
Oh, for sure. It's like I said, he's getting his flowers now. I think that's part of the renaissance of Hayden Christensen, Revenge of the Sith, and the prequels and all as a whole.
And I was going to say too, Disney, they're taking out all of their sequel merchandise and putting the prequel stuff in there, and it's drawing in
bringing it
numbers. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. Like those people aren't just us; those are kids.
Yeah.
So my point is, the sequels aren't that popular with kids now.
But
And
how many of those kids going to see Star Wars are being dragged by their parents, not them?
Yeah, but they still like it.
fair point.
Yeah, they like it. They see it.
Lord knows my kids are going to be dragged to see Star Wars.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna be like, "Ooh, lightsaber fights! I like this."
I mean, yeah, but they're also going to. But when I was a kid, I was 4 years old watching Star Wars, and I was.
I can end your argument right.
Oh, do it,
right
do
now.
it, do it.
You said they like Star Wars, the lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
You're not getting that shit
You're
in
not
the
getting
sequels.
that shit in the sequels.
No.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good point. That's a good point.
What the fuck are they doing?
Revenge of the Sith has the best lightsaber fight.
No,
one of the best swords
no one's
fights
arguing
ever.
that.
Yeah.
The Empire, not the Empire. What's the Snoke's throne room scene? It's pretty sick.
Yeah, but it's not a lightsaber fight.
You're right.
No.
It's a lightsaber fight.
No, it's not.
Not really.
If Rey,
I'm sorry. Are they fighting?
They're fighting. Yes,
Are they
but
using lightsabers?
only the good guys are. They're not the bad guys.
They're lightsaber fucking. They're fucking fighting.
Did you say they're lightsaber fucking? Is that what you just said?
They're lightsaber fucking. Okay.
They're lightsaber fighting. They're fighting with lightsabers.
All right, well, this has been a good show.
Yeah, right.
We
Got
didn't
a
even
lot of
fucking
laughs
touch
into
on
this.
Starfighter. We went straight to the fucking prequel.
Gives a fuck about Starfighter.
I mean, really, let's be real here. There's not much to talk about Starfighter.
There really isn't.
It's not. But like, I was telling Jalen before he got here, I'm pretty sure this is what they're doing instead. Like, because we announced, and we talked about it on this podcast before, that Patty Jenkins was tied to a Top Gun-esque Star Wars movie,
And then her and Kathleen were button heads.
yeah. So with this being called Starfighter, this has to be the one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Rogue. So I think Patty Jenkins is supposed to do
Rogue Squadron.
And I was really looking forward to it because she was putting like her heart and soul into it because her dad was
She
a
did
fighter
a whole
pilot.
a photo shoot sitting in a X-wing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
that's
it
sick.
was gonna be dope, and so that's why with this one I'm just kind of like, eh.
But I like the director. Sean Levy has a good track record with me.
He
three.
does.
It's fine.
Free Guy was better than it should have
Taika
been.
Waititi was supposed to do a Star Wars thing.
Yeah,
James
but
Mangold's supposed to be doing a Star Wars thing.
His
Like,
I'm actually looking forward to.
James Mangold should just give him the
So-
trilogy.
No, they are.
Wait, they are?
Dawn of the Jedi.
like
It's
way
supposed to be like when the
forward.
Jedi first started. I'm actually looking
Oh,
forward
he's
to
doing
that.
the old
before the Republic. Before the Republic.
Because there's supposed to be two trilogies. One very like the beginning trilogy and like the sequel trilogy, right? That's what I was told. Like, but that was just
At this point, Jeff, I have no idea.
But so much.
It's like I think they're starting to slow down on announcing things until they're like
They
for sure.
like they
should.
should.
Because
Like you should.
how much stuff has been announced and then just gets scrapped.
I mean, Marvel does the same thing sometimes too. They scrapped a couple of projects. And
Yeah, but
things like that.
scrapping projects happen not every single time you announce one.
like
I said,
that
they
90% of their
They
shit.
might change the name. Like this
Dave and
might
Dan.
be the Rogue Squadron.
Like Dave and Dan, Benioff and Wise.
They fucked up Game of Thrones. They'll get them away from anything.
I know they fucked up Game of Thrones so bad.
That's what they get for fucking up Game of Thrones to go leave to do Star Wars and they lose their Star Wars contract. Fuck you.
And then they go to Netflix.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
What are they doing on Netflix? Oh, the body
I don't know. They did that,
3 body problem. What a fucking snore fest. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at him.
Hey Jeff, how do you really feel?
Yeah, right? do we need a minute?
They really did fuck up one of my favorite shows, and I'm just pissed about it. Last
Yeah.
season should have been a great
They
season.
should
of
have
Game
been.
of
They
Thrones.
should have kicked. They should have. Yeah. No.
God, why is it so hard to end a good show? Jesus Christ. But yeah, no.
That needs to be studied. Like, just
Really?
wrap it up.
Like name us
It's
a
like
complete
you
show
have-
start to finish was great all the way through.
always
There's
falls
certain
off.
collapses that need to be studied. Like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is one of them.
the, like That and you're right.
Well, I also don't think I'm sorry because I was like HBO didn't want Game of Thrones, but then they go ahead and greenlight 4 more Game of Thrones shows. Like, why not cancel all those shows? Just give me 4 more seasons of Game of Thrones.
I feel like HBO's doing their best Lucasfilm impression, giving us all this content except for the ones that we want.
No, HBO as a whole gives us what we want. I think because
I want Aegon's Conquest,
that's supposed to be a movie.
Are they making a movie out of that?
I think so.
I think that should be like 3 movies.
They got why?
Because I think it's that in depth, bro. Have you not researched that? Oh
no,
I love it.
I thought he fucked one of his sisters. She had a vision. She's like, get the fuck out. So okay.
Oh,
and then
no,
they left. The doom happened.
Aegon
and then he said, hey, this is a new place. We should take it over.
Aegon wasn't born wherever the fuck it's called.
He wasn't born in Valyria.
No,
where the fuck was he born?
He was born on Dragonstone. It's like 100 years. They were spent 100 years on Dragonstone.
Yeah, I have to fact check you on that because I'm pretty sure he's born in Valyria.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still talking about Game of Thrones?
Huh?
Yeah. I was like,
oh, you're not a Game of Thrones guy?
No.
Oh, really? Have you ever watched it?
I have watched it.
You're just not into it?
I'm not super.
If there's a rape scene in Game of Thrones, that's fine.
That's fine.
Oh, that happens in the pilot. What are you talking about?
It does?
Did Khal Drogo not
Carl Drogo?
fuck Danny?
Yeah, I guess.
Was that the second episode?
I was gonna say, was that the pilot?
That might have been first. It was up there.
It was up
in
there,
the first couple episodes where she's just like
crying on the beach.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is not fun.
Yeah,
but then it turns fun.
Shout out Amelia Clark.
Oh. Dude, shout out, dude.
She's such a good actress.
Yeah,
I should. She's not a good actress.
She is.
She's got.
She's not a good actress.
You don't think she's a good actress?
I think she's very adorable and she's an okay actress. Here's the thing. Here's a shocker. I don't think Keanu Reeves is a good actor.
Oh, I don't think he's not.
I don't think anybody's going to dispute that.
I put Keanu Reeves and Amelia Clark in the same contention. They're cool people. I don't think they're good actors. I also put Michael B. Jordan in that, but he was great in Sinners.
What do you mean?
No, Michael B. Jordan is not a good actor, but he was great in Sinners. He's great in Sinners.
I don't see the appeal to Michael B. Jordan.
Fine.
I see the
fine. Are you serious though?
Oh, no, I'm serious.
Black Panther? Have you all ever watched Creed?
Yeah. He's the same person in both.
You're not wrong, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. But especially when you have a director that directs everything that you're in.
That's fair. But like, I would do the same thing about Denzel Washington. Like, he plays the same person, but like,
whoa,
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'm saying he does it to his strengths, to like where it's like believable. Like, when I see a character, I don't how I put this.
Who is a good actor, Jeff? Denzel Washington is not a great actor.
Right?
Christian Bale.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright.
Who the hell is that?
God damn it.
Are you serious?
Jeffrey Wright?
He was in Westworld.
He's Commissioner Gordon in the
Commissioner
Batman
Gordon in the Batman.
Oh,
the black guy.
Okay, I got it.
He is
Leonardo DiCaprio, but Leonardo DiCaprio also falls in that Denzel Washington where they do the same things over and over.
New York.
Say that about
he was supposed to play
everybody.
He was supposed to play Anakin.
Yes,
was he really?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
I don't know. Those are the two that come up my head where I'm
was
just
going
like,
to play Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Do you know how?
My boy. That's my boy.
My guess is after his surgeries.
God damn.
Yeah. When he became white.
Oh, okay. He should be Miles.
Do you guys know how how Samuel L. Jackson got Mace Windu?
No, actually, I don't.
He went to George Lucas and he was like, "Look, I just want to be in Star Wars. I don't care if you just make me a stormtrooper, cover my face." He was like, "I just want to be in Star Wars." He goes, "Okay." So then he shows up on set. He goes, "Okay, here's your robes. Put them on." He goes, "Oh, I'm going to be a Jedi?" He goes, "Yeah." And they have him pick his lightsaber. He's like freaking out. And then before you know it, he's like, "Next thing you know, I'm the second baddest motherfucker in Star Wars."
Hell yeah.
I didn't know that story. I just know the story about him saying, because I don't know if he picked the color in the first episode, but I know in the second episode he picked the color because he wanted his family to, when he saw the movie, to stand out in that big Coliseum scene. So they wanted to know where he was. So it was like, I want a purple one.
Yeah.
And that's sick though. No, Samuel Jackson. Also in that category, I don't think he's a good actor, but he plays the same character. I just don't think Amelia Clark.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Who? No, not Samuel Jackson, but like angry black guy. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I guess.
No, but yeah.
like, can you tell me a difference between
other than like, you want to know someone who plays the same character in every single movie? Channing Tatum.
Not wrong.
Except for Magic Mike, I guess. But like,
no, and even that, he's he's like a cool, down to earth guy who can
Okay.
dance. I mean,
Yeah.
he was in this movie, this last one called. Oh no, he still played like the down to earth cool guy, but he was just fucking psycho.
But to your point of
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, yes, he's not the world's greatest actor. Even in John Wick, he's not like an amazing actor.
But I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, but that's not what makes John Wick awesome.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's people like I don't know.
I think he has 20 minutes of dialogue in Parabellum.
I think he has 20 minutes of dialogue
In
in
the whole
all,
thing.
all 4 films.
Right.
I don't want to get on the good acting, bad acting because it's an art form. It's very subjective to who and who. And like I said,
Yeah.
I don't think Michael B. Jordan, Emilia Clarke are bad actors. Oh no, Keanu Reeves is a bad actor. I don't think Michael B. Jordan
Damn.
or Emilia Clarke are bad actors. I don't think they're great. Like they're just not.
I think Emilia Clarke's a great actress
Yeah, she is.
because like
she's great as Danny.
well, yes, but she also plays other characters that is nothing like her.
I will say.
She plays different characters, bro.
Speaking of Samuel L.
What
Jackson,
what movie have you seen other than Game of Thrones that she's been in?
What is it? Me Before You or something like that.
You
she-
most
she-
goddamn basic girl.
I think I
Dude,
know what you're
but-
talking
but-
about. Steph
yeah.
just had me watch that.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's nothing like Daenerys.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Nothing
also,
at all.
and also, her in Solo was a totally different character,
True. And then she was in that shitty Secret Invasion show.
and she wasn't the reason it was shitty.
She wasn't,
No.
but it was.
It was
It
shitty.
was
Where the
shitty.
fuck, where's she at? Where's she gonna be in Doomsday? She's like the most powerful
I
being of all time.
Fucking hope not.
Oh, yeah.
I
Doesn't she
fucking
have, like,
hope
all
not.
the
She's
powers?
a super scroll.
I didn't even finish that show. Didn't she like get all the powers
Yes.
of everybody?
She has
Yeah.
the Hulk's powers, like Captain Marvel's powers.
She flexed her muscle and it's Drax's arm, and I'm just like, oh.
She has Drax's powers, which is just being
Yeah.
strong, I guess.
No, it's being invisible.
I gotta ask this.
That's good.
So, because I didn't finish that show because I just got.
And you shouldn't have.
We talked. Me and Jeff talked about it. I don't like spy espionage type stuff. I get
It's
bored.
Yeah.
so much not that.
Okay.
No, I was hoping Andor would be more like Secret Invasion, to be honest with you.
Dude,
Slow
if-
burns,
If they got the
espionage.
people that did Andor to do Secret Invasion, that show would actually
It probably would
really
have been better.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah, it was not that at all.
My
It was
issues,
terrible.
Yeah, but was it? So what's his face? The Skrull was playing Nick Fury for a certain period of
Michelson,
time.
Ben Michelson,
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He was pretending to be Nick Fury for a few movies.
Yeah,
At what point did it stop being Nick Fury?
I think Marvel did come out and say it because also
It was,
Rhodey too, because Rhodey got switched. up,
Okay,
too.
so
That happened
there's
during,
a
Civil
whole
War.
thing. Yeah, and it was supposed to happen during Civil War, which
So did Rhodey wake up and realize, oh shit, Tony's dead?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm like,
never explained it.
sure didn't, but I think it was Far From Home
Yeah, Far From Home.
because they did say that Nick Fury was Nick Fury. He went to Tony's funeral.
Okay.
They did confirm that. He
Okay.
came out and said that.
Because
But
it would have been stupid if it wasn't Nick Fury throughout the entire thing.
It's probably
But-
been like a throwaway line within like
you
Secret
say that,
Invasion.
but then you got Tony's best friend.
Yeah,
being a
that's
Skrull.
That's stupid.
Am I dumb? Did he marry a scroll?
Who?
Nick Fury?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Is that part of the?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, did
No,
he
you're not dumb. That did happen.
Well,
yes.
Well, no.
That
Yeah,
did happen.
this slander must stop.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we covered everything and a little bit more than we bargained for. Closing out Star Wars overall, all these announcements and everything. How we feeling about the state of it? We like lackluster. We like
Ask
we
me,
like,
ask me when everything actually comes out.
Yeah.
15.
what's the
things
next
will
Star Wars? Are these the next? Because
That's
we're not
it.
getting a season. We're not getting anything. Bad Batch is that coming out this
No,
year?
Bad Batch is done.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
I think they're doing Tales of the Underworld. or
Oh, that's
something.
right. That's
Yeah.
like the only thing we're getting.
Yeah.
Maybe a Vision season 3.
Say, isn't it? They're doing Tales of the Sith.
No, they're not doing Tales. They did Tales
They
of the
did
Jedi,
Tales of
Tales of the
Jedi.
Empire. Now it's Tales of the Underworld. They should do Tales of the Sith.
I thought Tales of the Sith was Tales of the second one because they had
No, that
Count Dooku and
that was the first one. That was Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
oh,
That
which
was
one?
so
I'm
good.
sorry.
Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Tales of the Empire. They did Tales of the Empire because they did
Who was it?
it was Morgan Elsbeth and Barriss Offee.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I understand the Barriss Offee thing. I was okay with
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Morgan
okay,
Elsbeth.
Morgan,
I was
no.
like,
Morgan Elsbeth is the bitch. No, sorry, she's the one that got in trial for Ahsoka, right?
what? Oh yeah, the one who was with Thrawn.
Yeah.
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 Bruce Lee's granddaughter, niece, or whatever. That's who plays her.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say? She's with Thrawn?
Yeah.
She was the Night Sisters. She did the whole witch.
The one that
She was
tried
Night
to, the
Sister,
one that Morgan Elsbeth, and then who's the other one?
Barris Offee.
Yeah.
The one.
That's the one who tried to blow up
Yeah.
the. Okay, that's the one. Okay, that's one. I like Hurst. I
was fine with that one.
I haven't seen it. I might want to watch it.
I need them to do a Tales of the Sith and do I need them to do Revan. I just need something.
I'd like to see Plagueis.
I want you to. I think Revan's going to be one.
Acolyte of Plagueis.
No.
Whatever the fuck that bullshit was.
I don't. I think you're gonna have to wait for Revan. I don't think Revan's coming to the screen anytime soon.
Part of me is like
Part of video game.
Part
territory.
of me is they're going to do. They're apparently the KOTOR thing is still in development. The remake for KOTOR,
Oh, that's gonna be
which is the whole reason I bought a PS5. So they better bring that out.
No, you better get a 6, boy.
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
Like right around the corner.
I know I'm kind of annoyed now.
Yeah,
but
You're telling me I just fucking bought one too.
yeah. But I'm kind of like they better not mess up Revan. I will riot.
I do think he's a fan favorite. I don't think they're gonna ever do KOTOR in real life.
Revan is so. I'm okay if they do animated. I don't care, but as long as they do it right.
Oh,
which is hard to do because people don't know Revan's story like that.
I think because they put so much emphasis on the New Republic and like the Acolyte and their book series. That's the book series I'm reading right now. Their New Republic book series, and I think they would.
High Republic.
Yeah, what the fuck? Same thing. New Republic, High Republic, Stupid Republic, Old Republic. All Republic. Lakers are 5.
Not after last night's game.
Did they lose?
Yeah, they did.
Last time I saw it was LeBron's taking over. The night you tell me they lose.
That's the thing with the series.
LeBron actually carried last night, and they still lost.
Yeah, it's so sad to see them overworking an old man like that.
40.
He is 40.
40.
Dude, I turned 30 and I popped my hamstring. I don't know how the fuck he's still doing it. But
He's a professional athlete.
Damn near. Damn near. This is the body of a god right here.
Damn near. No, that's what he is, Jeff.
Hell yeah. But yeah, if you guys like what you heard, comment down below if you got any takes or if we missed anything from the celebration or from Daredevil or the Avengers announcement. Let us know in the comments. We like to read them. Actually, I'll get back to you. Well, I don't know if I read my comments like that.
I'll
But
say you get back to him. We don't.
I'll share with you what they said. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get access to all videos, not just a bunch of nerds, but we got other stuff on here. Vlogs. Our vlog from Comic-Con is going to come out someday. That's going to be a fun time.
Someday.
Yeah. But until then,
Yeah.
you forgot we did that?
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
But until next time, you guys have anything to add?
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Fair enough.
I was like, wait, what? Oh,
I was
shit.
like, are you drunk right now?
Yeah.
Like, you're holding it together
I was
very
like,
well.
what you been drinking?
Come on.
I need to change
It's
that.
right there.
I need to change it.
MLK, baby.
John, you got anything you want to add?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, this has been another episode. We'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.